Hello, folks. This is OdinSpack. How's it going? I don't know. I said it like that. I was going to say OdinSpack 33, but apparently I can't talk. It's evening time. I'm playing some more Kirby Super Star. Last night I did Great Cave Offensive, and tonight we're going to play Revenge of Meta Knight, and perhaps some more because it's not nearly as long as Great Cave Offensive. So I might squeeze one or two of the modes in, depending. But it is pretty late, so I'm not going to go terribly long tonight. So this is just a little quick stream, because again, I didn't have time to do one of my videos today, and I'm trying to keep the streak alive for May. I've just been really tired lately, and so that's just kind of what's been going on with me. But yeah, we're gonna play some Kirby, and we'll talk a little bit. So why don't we get this going here? Let's go on to Revenge of Meta Knight, which is probably like the coolest of the like standard modes. I would say there's 3 standard modes to this, which are like Spring Breeze, Dyna Blade, and Revenge of Meta Knight, where they're pretty linear. I mean, Dyna Blade technically has a map, but like doesn't really, like, you just go through it. Whereas Great Cave Offensive and Milky Way Wishes are like different modes. Like, they definitely have their own unique gimmicks to them. And then Gourmet Race is just a little bonus game, really. So, but yeah, let's get going here, and we'll go new game. We could watch the intro cutscene, but who cares? Because let's play the game instead. We got dialogue, which I'm not really gonna read, but it's a part of this mode. There's a little more story where Meta Knight's trying to take over Dreamland, I guess. This is during his evil phase still. He still is evil, I guess. We get to start off with Yo-Yo, which I didn't even use yesterday. So we'll start off with that. That'll be a little more fun. But I've been enjoying these quick evening night streams. It's kind of like making a video, but it's a lot easier than making a video for sure. So, because I can just do this, and then that's it. That's just it. The true revenge is what he did in Brawl. Yeah, absolutely. What up, PTM? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good evening. I've been a part of PTM's golf tournament, Mario Golf tournament, in his server. Our group is actually the last one to play. I think we're playing Wednesday night. I've actually been recording all of it. I didn't know if I was going to use any of it for like footage for my channel or something. Maybe I will after. It could be a fun little like post recap. I definitely have been doing like worse and worse. I'm really bummed because I had the opportunity to play it, because the final 2 matches were based on like how well you were scoring, and I had the opportunity to play with PTM and Slim if I would have done well in my last match, but I didn't. If I had done as well as my practice as I had, like, if my actual matches went as well as my practice, then I would have scored high enough. Because I think I needed to score like a minus like 15 or something, and that's what I got on my practice. And then like the actual thing happened, I think I got like minus like 6 or 7 or something. Which, like in real life that would be incredible, but in Mario Golf it's like, it's not the most amazing score. So it's a little bit of a disappointment, but that's what happens. So I mean, I'm a little upset by it. That's alright. It's just been for fun. You had a meltdown your spiky palms round? Oh, man. I did too. I think what threw me off in that is when you play that game multiplayer, your T's are in different positions, and that really messes with stuff, for sure. I definitely, I'm gonna wait, until after the tournament is over, but I definitely want to talk to you about some feedback I have on it, and ideas for next time if you ever choose to do something like this again, because obviously it was the first one, so there's gonna be things you liked, things you didn't like, how to do it differently. I would love to do it again, don't get me wrong, but yeah, there's definitely some things that I'm like, you know, I'd want it a little different. But I have been having a great time with it, so. Alright, we're gonna fight Wispy Woods. Let's just stick with Yo-Yo. Let's just use Yo-Yo the entire time. Actually, we won't be able to after the next stage, or just like fire or something. So, look at this super lag right here. I wonder if it would do that on the emulator or not. See, that's the kind of things that's like original hardware. Like, look how terrible this move is on Wispy Woods. It'll be really good against this one because this one takes like chip damage. So, this would be slightly better. But what probably would be faster would probably just be like doing this. Yeah. This is like my favorite, like, little cutscene of this here. And they're just like, yeah, should we blast him? And this guy's just like so happy, like, yeah, alright, shoot him. And then just like, Kirby just gets wrecked. Like, what aim? Imagine. Like, isn't the Warp Star supposed to be like the fastest, like, in, like, you know, like in the latest Smash Bros. Game, like, Kirby gets away because the Warp Star is, like, the speed of light or something like that. And they got him with a cannon. You know what I mean? Like, what? So, I guess that cannon's the speed of light, too, I suppose. Yeah, this mode has this whole time mechanic. I don't know if this, like... You'd have to be, like, picking your nose or something, like, for it to ever come into play. We didn't even go to this little side room down here that, you know, I like showing off all these random side rooms that exist in this game. Like, why does it go on so long before you get to this little power-up area? Like, I don't know why this is like that, but yeah, there's a little power-up room over here. Lightspeed Cannon is a sick name. That is pretty sick. That's my next band, actually. Yeah, Lightspeed Cannon. Lightspeed Cannon! Why is that? That's like a Tales of move right there. I guess I'm thinking of Light Spear Cannon. That's probably why I said it like that, because that's a move that Kratos uses. Light Spear Cannon! Shouts to Cam Clark. Let's bounce off these twin bonkers, as I fail to do so. There we go. Yeah, Azure Edge. Azure! Take that! I don't know, sometimes you just get bored, he doesn't want to say it anymore. Yeah, the Demon Fang Glow Up is Azure Edge. Yeah, he has a really sweet set of those kinds of moves, because they just travel in the air. That's like one of his best moves, I think. He has a whole bunch of combos of it, too. Yeah, Yuri might be the best as far as, like the best Tales of character with, like, the, Demon Fang style move. That may be the best one. I think, Luke, he gets, like, Demon Fist in Tales of the Abyss. That one's not very good. I used it a bunch, but only because it was a Demon Fang move, and they're always still good, but it's probably not the best one. I don't know if Lloyd or Kratos has a better one. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing. I also don't know if, like, Fierce Demon Fang, the one that just does a little shockwave in front of you, is better than Double Demon Fang. I don't know. They're basically different kinds of moves. Alright, we don't have to use fire now. We can use... I didn't even know you could do this when I was younger, that like, was actually a fire move. I thought only, like, fire and jet lit these cannons. So, I didn't know you could use hammer, so that's pretty cool. Exactly, we're very close to the enemy. Can't lose that streak. I know it got pretty late, but I'm not giving it up. We'll probably play this a bit, and I might try to knock out a recording tonight, so that way, you know, at the very least, all I have to do is edit it, which would be a little more doable. That'd probably be a good plan of attack. I really wanted... I'll give you a little spoiler. So in my Discord server, I had asked people for some game suggestions from ones I owned, because I wanted some Odin's Collection ideas. And my initial intent for the rebrand... It's not really a rebrand, but I guess the reboot of Odin's Collection was to only do physical games I owned.
But then I had some suggestions on some digital ones, and I'm like, you know, it's really not that bad. I mean, there's a lot of digital-only games anyway. Now, mind you, the ones that were suggested, I believe, do have physical versions that I just don't own. Although one of them I actually used to own, and it's just gone to time. I don't know what happened to it. But it got me thinking, like, you know what, I probably could do some digital stuff, and still have good stories to tell on them. As long as I have a good story to tell. Well, anyway, I got a suggestion today to do Donkey Kong on Game Boy, and that's what I was actually gonna do tonight. But my my save battery is dead for it, which isn't like the most important. Like, I can still show off the game fine, but I really wanted to show off like after the beginning section where it like gets into like what the game is actually about. Like, I really wanted to show that off. So ideally I wanted a video that like started at that save screen, because I feel like, you know, with the Mario vs. Donkey Kong reboot, or I guess remake, right? Reboot? No, it's not a reboot, it's a remake that came out. Man, I love Sword just bouncing off enemies, so fun. You know, that came out on Switch. I feel like not many people really know about Donkey Kong on Game Boy, because you would probably think, like, with a lot of Game Boy games, they're just like watered down versions of like, you know, you would think like the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong would just be like a watered down version of the arcade game. And it even starts like that too. And then you quickly realize it's not. And it's like so much more. It's like a huge game. And so I wanted to start at like when it becomes like, you know, like the original part of it. You know, let's use Beam. No, Beam. Beam's a sweet ability. Oh, I wasn't even hit this. You know what? Fine. I don't want this anyway. I'm gonna wait till we get shot with a cannonball and get yo-yo again. Because for some reason cannonball equals yo-yo. I don't know why. What it do? That's what Sakurai decided. And that's how it is, so... So we're gonna destroy this first part here, even though it's optional. And then I can just do this over and over again. Defend myself against this bomb. Nope, come on. Look at this. Dumb. Look how I always fight this boss. It's not fast at all. I probably should just actually, you know, hit the part that damages it, but whatever. But yeah, so I wanted to show off like the main, like where the game really starts, and I wanted to start it from like that save file. But whatever, it's not a huge deal, honestly. You know, the beginning part's not long, and realistically, I could just edit out until it happens. I mean, it takes like a minute or two to like get to that part. But it's just unfortunate. And, you know, if it got me thinking, like, I should probably make a list of games that, you know, my save batteries are dead in. Thankfully, this is still my original copy of Kirby Super Star, you know, and the save battery still works in it, so thank goodness for that. Because when I loaded this up, there was a 100% save file. I know there's a game-breaking glitch that can delete your save files in this. I don't know how to activate it. I know I've gotten it before. I don't remember what does it. But yeah, I don't think I've ever lost the save data, like, from, like, the battery, like, running dry or whatever. Like, I think it was just from that glitch, so... Man, Yo-Yo's been putting in work in this mode. So yeah, I'm gonna start making a list of stuff that I want to replace, because I know I want to replace my Pokemon Game Boy games batteries, because I would love to play through those again. So Pokemon Red and Silver, which are the ones I have. But I'm sure there's other ones that probably have dead batteries. I think the Final Fantasy VI one on Super Nintendo, I want to say that one's dying. Like, it works, but like it might not be perfect. I don't know. I feel like I had an issue where I was playing it and then like the battery was gone. I feel like if I were to boot it up and it didn't have any save files, I'd be like, all right, I'm replacing it, just so I don't have to run into the possibility. Wow, that guy just... Did you see that? I hit him and he just faded into the wall. Okay. Never seen that happen. Or maybe I haven't, I don't remember it. What I gotta fight now? Heavy lobster? Let's use mirror. I haven't used mirror at all. So, yeah, why not? That's kind of fun. Can we maybe we can reflect some attacks at him. I don't know if you actually reflect damage in this with mirror, or if it just like bounces off. Like, we'll try reflecting like the flamethrower attack and maybe maybe the little clones it shoots out. Probably the only thing you could probably reflect would be fire. If this was a later Kirby game, that would probably work. Something tells me that you can't reflect attacks like that in this game. I never really tried it though. I can't tell you the last time I fought Heavy Lobster with a mirror. So I'm sure I have, but because I used to do single power challenges for this all the time in like Arena, because I thought that was fun. Let's try. Let's see what happens. That just destroys him. Too weak. Alright, hopefully he does the flamethrower attack. No, still no. I'm doing too much damage to him. Heavy Lobster, I need you to flamethrower. I need to see if it works. No, that's the jelly. Please? It doesn't even work? You kidding me? That's like the one thing that should work. I thought maybe the shield would work. I mean, maybe the shield does, but that's like the one thing that you would think would work. It's like an energy attack, right? Elemental? Come on. Hey, now we get to go on this secret path that I didn't know about forever until I think I saw Slim do this. I don't know why I never thought to press up in here. I don't think I ever showed this off in my Let's Play. But this is kind of fun. This is the thing. Let's go wing. There's like a little mini boss gauntlet down here too, right? Not really gauntlet. Gantlet. Yeah, that's pretty, I like all the food. I like when they always put all the food and like a maximum tomato. So, hey Desmond, welcome on in. You chickens, says the captain who's like a chicken. I love the little dialogue. I know I'm not really reading it, but it is fun. Wow, they give you wing and they're just like, you know, I have wing again, I guess. I usually do this with suplex because it's like really fast. I guess wing's pretty good too. I guess we just do the little dive bomb, it works. But yeah, so like I gotta start replacing those batteries. So that's where I was really going with that. And, you know, it's just one of the upkeep costs of maintaining old games. You know, it's kind of funny, like, back in the day when a game had like a password system, you were like, ah man, password system. Like, yo again, coming in clutch. But nowadays, if a game has a password system, it's kind of like, all right, sweet, like you don't have to replace a battery. So actually, games with passwords kind of better, honestly. Like thinking about it, just for upkeep costs. I never really thought about batteries running out, but I guess why would they not, right? Of course it does. It's a battery. So, I don't know how that works on, like, I think that's only games that are, like, cartridges and stuff like that. Eventually, like, they started saving it, like, on the ROM itself, right? Because I think, like, maybe even Game Boy Advance games and, like, DS and stuff like that, like, there's no battery. There is a battery for, the timekeeping in Pokemon Ruby. I know that. Because I gotta get that replaced. But I was able to play that like a couple of years ago now. The time stuff didn't work in it, which was a shame. But I mean, I was still able to play through the game fine. So I wasn't able to do anything with the berries, which I guess wasn't a huge loss, but it was unfortunate. And then also like the Shoal Cave. I think I had to make sure that I chose a time where I was able to get in the like the bottom part of the cave, like the low tide, so I could get the Pokemon in there. Which I'm pretty sure is what I did, because I think I ended up using one of those Pokemon. I think I ended up using Walrein, which I don't think you need to go that deep in the cave for. I think only like Snow Run is down there. But still, I wanted to go down there, right? So this is the last stage of Meta Knight, by the way. Yeah, we could probably do another mode, maybe even 2. Just yo-yo again is an option. All right, let's just stick with it, I guess. Like I said, this is the yo-yo playthrough, or at least Meta Knight. I switched powers a couple times. They're like, you know what? Here's yo-yo again. I'm like, all right. Game wants to keep giving me yo-yo. You know, this game has what, like 18 standard powers, I think. I want to say. Does it have that many? Sounds right. I'm trying to think of like the Milky Way Wishes power selection screen. I mean, I think there's technically a 19th one for copy, but even though you can get that as a power in that, I don't know if I would really call that a standard ability, because you use it once and then it's gone. I guess it's like a standard power if you're like a helper, but for Kirby, not really. This is I need yo-yo back. This isn't going too good. Fine, yo-yo's gone. We're gonna use sword anyway. I could switch to something else. Man, trying to beat... I was trying to beat this game without using any powers, and I think I did at one point. But man, trying to beat Meta Knight with just, like, standard Kirby is so hard, because you have to get kind of lucky that he gives you projectiles to work with. He doesn't give you much. He is really tough. They definitely expect you to use a power against Meta Knight. I don't know how you're supposed to even dodge this attack sometimes, because you can't even guard that. So sometimes you just take damage to that attack. You kind of have no choice. I also think Meta Knight is way harder in the arena than in this. I feel like he like does more damage, or you have less health, or something, or he has more health. I could be wrong. This could be all incorrect, but it just feels like Arena Meta Knight is just like on steroids compared to Revenge of Meta Knight. Meta Knight. Sorry, I said Meta Knight twice. And look, he's flying now, which is the entire basis of his Brawl moveset. So this game is just like Meta Knight and Brawl, really. But I guess like. Besides this, he's what, in Adventure? And he's like barely in that. I mean, he's in it enough, I guess. I was talking about this last night, where the music to this syncing up to the different, like, power roll call here at the end is just different than playing it on emulator. Because, like, you know, it runs at its obvious, like, the speed it's supposed to run on in here. But on emulator, it doesn't. So I haven't seen this in a little bit. This is such a sweet credits theme. I love this credits theme. It's pretty dang good. I guess I could count all the powers, but I'm not going to, because that would be a lot, and I would just be talking about this. But yeah, that was Revenge of Meta Knight. That was pretty fun. Yeah, we'll do another mode, and then we'll wrap it up. I could do the prequel to this, which is Dyna Blade. Or I could do, Spring Breeze, I suppose. Yeah, I always remember, like, the copy ability syncing up to this one part of the song. And it doesn't when you play it on, like, emulator and stuff. I'm sure of it. It's, like, right here. Yeah. So, that's what always throws me out. When I was playing on emulator, I'm like, oh wait, that doesn't sync up with that thing there. Like, that's, like, what a weird thing that I noticed. And so, like, you know, that's how I know, like, okay, yeah, it is, the games do run differently. Which is weird that you can speedrun on emulators. Because, like, or like it counts or whatever. Because I guess it's supposed to run at the same speed, but it doesn't, really. So, I guess it just depends on the game. Yeah, we'll do Dyna Blade. Spring Breeze is really quick. And I'll save that because I guess we're playing through the whole game now. Like, not tonight, but I mean, you know, last night was probably going to be a one-off, but then I ended up doing this again, and now that I am, I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'm playing through the rest of this. I did this on Twitch too last year. This was one of the last games I streamed on Twitch, and I think it may have been during my like St. Jude campaign, and I think I just didn't really want to play Tales of Vesperia at the time, and I just one off like randomly played Kirby Super Star, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm finishing it now too. I guess this is my yearly playthrough of Kirby Super Star. I didn't really think of it like that, but you know, I probably do play this at least once a year in some way or form. So I guess I'm trying to think of like, have I played it like before that? Like, was there like a time last year? I think actually there was. I think I was trying to speedrun it the year before it. So yeah, that was interesting trying to learn how to speedrun this. But here's the thing: speedrunning this game kind of blows. Because you have to learn how to, like, copy mix and get Jet, and you pretty much use Jet the entire time. And that's just, like, not fun to me at all. Like, yeah, like, that will make you go faster, don't get me wrong, but it's, like, it's kind of unfortunate that that's an option to do that. So I think if I ever learn a speedrun of this, I might just do, like a no mix %. I don't think a category like that exists, but that's just more interesting to me, because then, like, you know, like, there's gonna be modes where you do get Jet, and you'll probably end up using that the whole time. But it's kind of lame, like, for parts of it where just like, alright, you get Jet, and now you just kind of skip over everything, and I don't know, I just don't like it as much. It's a cool ability, don't get me wrong, but to use it the entire time, to kind of just bypass most things, is just not... It just doesn't feel fun to me, is what I'm saying, so... Yeah, I'm getting real hurt. I like how they give you, like, this is like the first time that they give you chef in this game, or cook, sorry. And they give you this little room to use it in, too. But then, like, it's the end of the level, so you get all your health back, so there's really no reason for that at all. Like, that should be, like, a mid, like, level battle. I feel like they never give you cook at a good time, ever. Also, shouts to Marsh Castle here. The only time the song plays in this game, doesn't even come back in Milky Way Wishes. And this song, like, I'm not a big fan of it. Let's go in this trap room. I, like, never go in here, but there's, like, a little Meta Knight. The Meta Knights, I believe they're called. Little encounter with them, so... I think this is the first time you would fight them in this game, so that's, like, a little prelude to, a little sneak peek, I guess. And then I always skip this ninja room with this one-up. We should go in it, because it's kind of fun. And if we use ninja properly, we can actually use it to get this upcoming switch. I love the powers in this game. They're so fun. They're so fun just to kind of switch between, just kind of at your leisure, so... Yo, Ringra, welcome on in. How's it going? That's the lyrics to Forgotten Land, right? I think. I didn't even know that game had like a song like that. That was such like a treat when I played that for the first time. I was like, oh wow, this is a thing in this game, isn't it? So I thought that was kind of neat. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I think I need to go back and get this cutter to come back here. Here, get him there. No! Maybe I gotta do it with Samir. I'm gonna die. I know I can do this. Why is this being so difficult? No, not close enough. I gotta do it with Sir Kibble here. Doesn't help that this pineapple bomb guy keeps getting in the way. I don't know his name. Yo, Sir Kibble, I need you over here. I'm gonna make... This is gonna happen, guys. It's never this hard. I'm gonna die doing this. How do I keep dropkicking him that way? Oh my goodness. Dumb. I'm gonna make this happen. It should start me right where Ninja is too, so... We are getting the switch like this. I never have this much trouble with this. Why? What am I doing wrong? Maybe I don't knock out these star blocks. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do right there. Is like hit him and then get that. Yeah, that's why I messed up. They want you to use mirror for this. I am stubborn. There we go. Finally. I'm like, I will do this with Ninja, I promise. If it kills me. Which it did. I lost a life doing it. We should do the Kirby Nuzlocke, where if we die with a power, we can't use that power anymore. That'd be kind of fun for the whole game, really. But, I mean, I don't think... I've played through this game so much, I probably would not die that much. But if it happened, it'd be neat. There'd have to be more challenge to it. Maybe, healing items, too, maybe? What other things would be good for that kind of challenge? This could be a neat thing. I'm theory crafting it as we go. This is how YouTubers come up with challenge videos all the time. This is why they take off. I had one recommended today to me today that was like, can you beat Diablo 2 using only gamble items? And I thought that was like really clever. And I didn't watch it. It's just recommended to me, but I thought it was a neat idea for a video. I was at work, so I didn't really have a chance to watch it. I should watch it, though. Yeah, Milky Way dishes. Yeah, cook only run. Cook is kind of cool in the later games where it's like an actual power. Like, that's in Star Allies, I think. I think Kirby can use it, right, properly as a power. There's definitely the helpers can. I think so. I always grab wheel here, but screw it. Not this time. I'm Sigma Ninja. Well, I grabbed him in midair. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, what's some? So yeah, so no healing items I think would be a good idea. Yeah, so if you die with a power, that's gone. If you play through the whole game, no helpers. I think is obvious, right? Maybe you wouldn't be able to ditch a power once you have it too, unless you got hit with it. Which would be fine, because then that adds some challenge, right? That adds the challenge of like, okay, if you have a power, you're stuck with it now, and you can't heal, so if you take damage if you take damage, you only have a chance of losing a power, right? I'm really liking how this is already turning out. It sounds like a fun idea. I should do it. It might get some clicks, being called Kirby Nuzlocke. Maybe. Some clicks. Do people call them that anymore? Is that old terminology? Remember when websites would have like a hit counter? A little rolling thing up. But like you could visit it too and it'd go up, so it was like, maybe not the most accurate. But it's still fun. I remember making websites for like bottoms up and stuff when we had the podcast. Infinite ammo. That was a lot of fun. I liked doing that. I kind of miss those days of having like the forums and stuff. That was a long time ago now. Now you just kind of use Discord. It's kind of probably the best way to do that, I would say. If you're not in my Discord, by the way, I highly recommend it. I mean, especially with E3 season coming up, I'll be talking in there a bunch about upcoming game news and stuff, because this is like my favorite time of the year when it comes to video games. I love this stuff. I love reporting on all of it. This would be a great time to start a podcast. Maybe our first one will be an E3 predictions video, which I know it's not E3 anymore. I wish it was, because, man, it is... I think I talked about this last stream, where it's so much nicer to have a steady stream of news in, like, 3 days. Maybe I talked about this at work. Oh, I gotta... Hold on, I gotta do the Odin Classic here, right here. I gotta turn the stone and flex down this hill. Oh, we might get a mix here. You know what? So, crash. I didn't mean to do that, so... But yeah, it was so much nicer when they had like 3 days of news as opposed to like a month spread out of all a bunch of different events. So, I'll always call it E3, even though it's, it's not the event anymore. This will always be E3 season for me. Yeah, so, you know, you should join my Discord, because, I mean, I know, I don't usually, I'm like, hey, do that, but there should be a link in the description. There's a link in the description of every video. And, oh, there we go, there's the flex. There's the Grandmaster flex. Right there, in all his glory. He only has this animation when he goes down slopes, which is really funny. That they have an animation for him doing that. I don't know if that's in the other games, honestly. Like in Superstar Ultra, does it still have that? Maybe. I also never go in this room here, like ever. So let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can get this one up. Yeah, let this go. But yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's still like calling. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm still gonna call it Twitter. I've never called X. That's just dumb. Like, but there's a difference. Okay, there's a big difference here. Is that, you know, Twitter still exists. You know, like that's the real thing. It is. I mean, it's X now, right? But you know, E3 doesn't exist anymore. You know, that is done. Oh, we got the bonus flex on the slope there. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, yo, that was sick. Oh man, we got a little bonus flex for y'all right there. But you know, so that's why, like, I'll probably never get rid of the E3 terminology, because people know what I'm talking about. No one's gonna be like, oh, it's just summer game fest time. Like, get out of here. Unless that becomes a big convention or something with. In the same way, then no. You know, I'm still gonna call it E3. You know, people know what I'm talking about. You know, they'd be the same way. Like, people know what I'm talking about if I said Twitter instead of X. So, even Nintendo on their tweet. Oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to tweet from the Switch anymore. But even on their post, they were like, you'll no longer be able to post to X, formerly Twitter, on your on your Switch anymore. Like, it hasn't been called Twitter for so long, and they still wrote that. You know what I mean? Because people might not know. Like, that's... So anyway, that's not what this is about. I'm just saying that, like, you know, I'm really excited for E3 season, and you should join my Discord. Because we'll talk about it. I normally have a tab for it for the E3 season, so it's right now it's in the retired column. Which way should I go? I'm gonna go this way. Can we get Hammer the other way? Oh, screw it. Actually, I should go the other way because I can use Stone to get the one up that's over here. So. Summer game news. I mean, I think I've heard that, but like, look, you're gonna hear E3. People are just going to stubbornly, like myself, still call it E3. What's the point of changing it? Like, it's such a better name. I'm just so upset that E3 doesn't exist, because it used to be like 3 days of like every game news, and now it's like a month drawn out. Like, oh hey, Square Enix has this 15-minute event on this random Tuesday, and guess what? We're gonna watch it, and it's gonna be nothing, and then it's like, fantastic. Whereas, like, you know, if that was a part of like a day where like Sony is going and Microsoft, it's like, okay, you know, it's fine. It fits in it just like nice and neat. That's why people are like, oh, there's no need for E3 anymore. What are you talking about? My time is why there's a need for E3 still. Like, it's so drawn out now with all these events and stuff. Like, that's why E3 is good. Like, I don't understand how people don't realize that. Like, I don't need like a random 20-minute video from, you know, some third-party company that shows off absolutely nothing, when I could watch that in a day of like all bunch of other stuff when everyone's focused on it. It was such a better experience. It boggles my mind that like E3 failed. And here's the thing, it's probably not the format that failed. It was probably some sort of business reason why. Like, yeah, sure, Nintendo wasn't going there anymore with like their press conferences or whatever, but they're still Sony and Microsoft, and I think they were still doing stuff, and I think Nintendo was still showing up. I want to say, like, they're just not doing, like, they were just having their directs or whatever. Like, they're smart. I don't know. It was probably some dumb business reason, and they were like, all right, fine. Like, I guess we're gonna can this now. It's just a crazy brand to get rid of. Like, literally, it kind of has the vibes of like Skype not really being a thing anymore. It's like, how? Like, how did it not like continue to succeed? That just boggles my mind. That like. I mean, I'm sure some people still use it, don't get me wrong, but definitely not on the scale back then. It's like you have this huge brand image, and you have a time of the year that I'm still referring to as E3 season, even though it doesn't exist anymore. And it failed? Like, what? That's nuts. Like, because E3 had been a thing since... That guy just died in one hit? I think the Coffee Bros Senior hit him with a bomb or something. But I don't know. It's just wild to me. So yeah, pandemic. I mean, you can say that. It's fine. It's not back then where you weren't allowed to mention that on YouTube videos or you get demonetized. Remember that? That was a thing. You had to like wait into a certain, like, people were too sensitive to talk about that. Like, a thing that was affecting everyone? Oh, oops. Like, I know it was bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Lots of bad things happened during it. But to just sweep that under the rug, like, oh, yeah, like, nothing's going on. Like, that's wild to me. Like, yeah, I know it's videos and stuff are supposed to be an escape. But, like, I don't know. That's kind of weird. I'm trying to get, like, a rare statue. It's funny. I've only gotten the 2 flexes. And they both happened in the same stage here. It's not like... Imagine I finish off Dyna Blade with, like, one of the rare statues. That would be crazy. It's probably not going to happen, but... No, it's all good, Ring Rat. Okay, yeah, we finish him off with the 8 tons. We finish him off with the Looney Tunes right there. The Ultra Special. It's going to take me at least 5 minutes to move this thing. So... Yeah, this is the prequel to Revenge of Meta Knight. You have to beat this mode to play that mode. And it's because Dyna Blade shows up during it. Here, we'll watch the little celebratory thing. We could run Spring Breeze, I guess. It wouldn't take very long. It'll probably take like 10 minutes. And then we'll probably call it a night. That way the next time I can probably just do the rest of the modes. Because obviously, like, Gourmet Race isn't very long. And, you know, Arena's not usually that long. But so it was not E3. I don't remember who was at. It was so long ago. I don't remember who was at what. I'm just saying, like, the companies were definitely like, very on board to do that. It's not my first time playing. I literally have played through 4 other modes. This is a 100% file. Come on. Why did I even ask you this? A little silly, right? It's kind of funny. This mode kind of gives you what I think are like the basic powers, mostly, and then like Dyna Blade starts introducing some of the more advanced powers, I would say, to the game. I don't know if I really have any kind of like, what's the word I'm thinking, like, reason for that. I don't know. That's not the right word I'm looking for. Nothing to support that. I got no evidence to back that. Anyway. Yeah, because this stage just has what? Like beam, cutter, and bomb? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all that's in this stage, is beam, cutter, and bomb. So, you grew up with Superstar Ultra. I would love Superstar Ultra so much more if Y was attack and B was jump. Or if there was at least an option to change to that. The fact that that's not a thing in that game bugs me so much. The fact that it's B attack and A jump on a 4 face button controller is just... What a weird design choice. When they already had this game to, like to go off of. I know lots of people who think that one's way better, and like I don't agree. Like I'm not saying like it's still Kirby Super Star. Don't get me wrong, but you know if I had to like if someone's gonna tell me to choose between them, this one all day. Like this one has so much going for it. Just the easy to play co-op, just like 2 players. Like you don't need like 2 DS systems with 2 copies of the game. You know what I mean? Like this one's just so much easier to play like that. It's on a TV. You know, I remember having to defend like why I didn't like Ocarina of Time 3D as much. It's like, well, it's better, right? But it's like, yeah, but it's on your. You have to play it with the 3DS, like, as opposed to playing it on your TV with the N64 controller or GameCube controller, depending on the version you're playing. Like, you know that's like a huge like game feel is a big part of it. Game control is like I think game control is the most important part of any game. If it's not comfortable to play, like I don't want to play it. I think Kid Icarus Uprising, I've said this is the best example I have. I think Kid Icarus has everything going for it. Kid Icarus Uprising got great graphics, great sound, you know, story's funny and fun, gameplay's cool, but the controls of that game are awful. I do not like playing it, and I don't think it's a good game because of it has all these other things that you would find in like a, you know, a grade A game. But that control scheme is just, it's horrendous. Like I don't like it, and I know some people do, but is that just cope? Like maybe it is. Like, you know, it's really weird thinking about it, how that game is controlled. Like, it's the fact that it's compatible with the Circle Pad Pro and you can't use both sticks, like one for moving and one for aiming, is crazy to me. Doesn't the 3DS support gyro? Right? You can use it in like Mario Kart 7. Why is that not a thing in it? Like, there's so much, like, it's so confusing. Like I think it still baffles my mind that the Circle Pad Pro works for it, but you can't use both sticks at the same time. This is the dumbest thing ever. Because you can choose the stick aiming, like you can use the control stick to aim, but like for movement you have to like relegate it to like the face buttons for movement. Like you can't make it the other stick. Like, what? I don't understand that, like, so much. It's so confusing to me. They were like, oh yeah, we implemented a Circle Pad Pro, so like if you're left-handed. And it's like, cool. But it feels like there was a missed opportunity here. That's why I really want them to remake that game. Like, so much. It's just for the controls. I looked forward to that game so much. I love Kid Icarus on the NES. And when they announced that he was a character in Brawl, I was like, you know, popping off. I played the heck out of that game on NES. I beat that so many times. So I was so excited when they were rebooting it. I never played the Game Boy one, but I never owned it. I didn't really know it was a thing till a lot later. So it's just so unfortunate. Like, I remember getting it, and I'm like, and I played it, and you know, and I tried enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, but the controls just killed it for me, and it sucks because like it's obviously a good game, but it's not because of the controls. I guess we're just using beam this whole time, huh? I guess this has been the single power challenge kind of. So, oh, you're like invincible when you're holding stuff. A useful mechanic of Superstar to... I really like Beam because it kind of shows off, like, it really shows off all of the different, like, types of skills in this game. Like, you have a single button attack, you have a hold down charge attack, you have a running attack, you have a grab attack, and you have a jump attack, too. So, it really shows off everything. I think the jump attack, like, isn't even listed in... Is the jump attack not even listed in the beam controls? Or is that the sword one that's not listed? Dash plus B. Dash plus B in the air, by the way. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't say why. I think sword, it might not show you has a running attack in the air. I don't know. I think all they need to do on Switch 2 is just have twin stick aiming and gyro. You can have both. Splatoon supports both. I'm pretty sure that's the preferred way people do that. It's like you use gyro and then you can use the stick to kind of for like precision aim, like to fine tune it. Like it's a really weird way to fight King DDD. I don't know. This is what I decided to go for. Isn't Mario and Luigi chilling here? And Birdo and Toad. Look at them chilling over there. They decided they wanted a piece right here. Alright, well, there you go. There's my rant on other stuff. While I play, that's what's really fun about playing Kirby Super Star is this basically just turns into an opportunity for me to talk about other games and whatnot. Because I've played this game so many times that I can really just talk about anything. Was Peach there too? I didn't even notice. But yeah, I've played this game like 1,000 times. Maybe 1,000's a lot, but I played through a lot. Well, that's gonna do it for me tonight, guys. Thank you for being at the stream. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for listening to me ramble and talk. I'm gonna continue this. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but I am gonna continue this because we'll probably do one more stream of it, and that'll be it. We'll do Milky Way Wishes, Gourmet Race, and the Arena. That won't be too long, I don't think. Milky Way Wishes will obviously be the longest part of it. I mean, depending on what ability I use in the arena, it could make it go fast. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it'll take that long. But yeah, I'll probably start off with Milky Way Wishes next time, then do Gourmet Race, and then switch into the arena. So. Alright, well, have a good night. Real quick here, I'm going to plug my channel members for the month of March. Thank you so much for helping to support my content. It really means a lot. If you want to help me get that retro tank to help me make my retro stuff like Kirby Super Star look even better, please consider hitting the join button down below. You get a badge next to your name, you get some emotes, and you get to be on this credits page next month. In addition, you'll get a behind the scenes video at the end of the month, which is going to be probably a really fun one because I've made so much stuff this month. There'll be so much to talk about. So, thank you so much for helping support my content. It really does mean a lot. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. So thank you for being here. I've been OdinSpack, and I will catch you on the next stream, whenever that is. So have a good night, take care, and goodbye.